Hello, hello, hello. My baby and I are making a video, and it is a nice afternoon today. Very nice. I was on the lawn sunbathing with my baby, getting grounded. Felt really, really good. And the sky is blue, and it shows in the video, and I think that's awesome that it shows. Really nice, the blue gods. Gorgeous. So, I want to talk about a couple of things. The most important thing is that that every household has to become sustainable living household and green living household. It's very, very, very important. My hair is like straw, kind of. And every single family needs to convert to completely off-grid with solar panels and growing their own food, composting, and never ever buying pesticides. Okay. And the best ideal situation is you buy land and you put a commercial greenhouse on it and you live in the greenhouse, and that's what we're aiming at. That's what we're planning on doing. And I highly recommend this. And then I said to Paul that everyone needs to convert to this, and all buildings need to convert to greenhouse living. And then he says that people in the large cities, obviously, how are they going to do it? If everyone is moving out of a large city and buying land and putting a greenhouse on the land, then pretty soon there would not be any wild place left. That would all be built up. Would be plastered with greenhouses, the whole planet. Yeah, that would be a problem, of course, But living in a large city, living in a condominium or in apartment buildings, or high-rise buildings, that is definitely not sustainable. Okay, that's also unhealthy to live like that, and you can't even grow your own food. We need to never, ever, ever support agriculture again that is conducted with artificial fertilizers, nitrates, and pesticides. Okay, so pesticides should be banned worldwide. That would be the right thing to do, but the pesticide manufacturers like Monsanto, Bayer, and so on, those petrochemical industry corporations, they elbowed themselves into politics, and they buy their way into politics. They literally buy their way into politics because of corruption, because of presidents that are corrupt, that will then hire them to be in the seat of the management seat of the Department of Agriculture and so on. Barack Obama did that. Okay, he hired the CEO of Monsanto to be the main management seat for the Department of Agriculture, which is an absolute crime. Okay, this is a crime what he did. I don't know if that person is still in there, but Now with the Biden administration, there are only corporate people in office. Only. They have completely elbowed themselves in and bribed themselves in, and it's completely infested with corporate people. So it's like there's whoever is there in there who wants to make the world a better place, they will either be bullied out, kicked out. Oh man, there's no noises. Or they will leave on their own because they can't get anything done under those circumstances with those people around them. And so that's what the situation is right now, and it's infinitely sad. Makes me infinitely sad. But it is what it is. This is what's going on right now, okay, with the United States, but not just here. It's worldwide. The Ukraine is like this. The Ukraine is run by the corporate agenda. Volodymyr Zelensky is corporate agenda. Okay. And Angela Merkel in Germany is corporate agenda. And the people that are on top of the European Union, those people are corporate agenda. They won't listen to a thing an activist or an environmental and animal rights activist has to say. So they're corrupt. They take bribe money. And it's all infinitely sad and frustrating and depressing. Okay. But, in every given situation, we can still do something. We can still make the world a better place. We can still start with our own household, okay? We can make better buying choices, as Teal Swan said. I want to watch her whole video. I watched half of her video yesterday. I was going through this in a rush. I'm going to watch the whole video that she made on sustainability, and I will put the link for her video under this video. And I see there are other people, Tony Robbins included, who talked about the situation with large-scale agriculture, how they have depleted our soil, the Earth's soil. Large agricultural businesses have depleted the topsoil since the turn of the century 1900. Okay, that's when they started to do this, when they started to use artificial pesticides. I think this went hand in hand with raw oil drilling and raw oil derivatives, raw oil petrochemicals that were creating nitrates and chemicals to grow food faster, and they didn't see the consequences of this. They did not foresee any of these consequences that they were warned about. Okay. Rudolf Steiner, as the number one person, has warned people about this around 1920, 1925. He observed the situation. He saw what was going on. Okay, he was promoting holistic living. People didn't listen to him. He gave long lectures at universities and all over the place. They are also recorded. They have been made into entire ebooks, these lectures. And nobody listened to him. People did not listen. Politicians didn't listen. The agricultural businesses certainly didn't listen to him. They wanted their quick money. Okay. And what happened now is for over 100 years, they have been depleting the Earth's soil. Okay, I read a real important article about this in I think it was 2011. I got a subscription that I signed up. I got 12 editions from the Ode magazines, and Ode magazine is an environmental news magazine, and they only had incredible articles in every one of those. And I was really glad I got those, because I learned about green living, like full-scale green living from those, and they explained that in detail. I also learned a lot from Kirsten Dirksen. She makes videos on YouTube about sustainable living homes. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, this is it is very upsetting. Yes, it is. It is very upsetting. It is very upsetting. It is very agitating, the sounds out there. Yes, I have to agree. Yes. So, there are ways for us to make the world better, to make our lives better, okay, on an individual basis. You don't have to wait for the government to give you some kind of permission. With the corporate agenda and government, they will give you no permission. They will sabotage you from putting solar panels on the roof, because they want to sell the oil. They want to continue with drilling. They want to continue with coal burning that is bad for the environment, because they make money. They can't see into the future. They can't see that the topsoil has been eroded and depleted. Okay, with a depleted topsoil, what happens is there are no more nutrients in the food that people buy. Okay, the result is weakened immune systems, which results in terminal illnesses. And I'm not going to mention the specific names of those. Okay, you figure it out. So, and the use of pesticides it was scientifically established worldwide that the use of pesticides, particularly when agriculture really stepped it up in the 1950s with dangerous pesticides, that they're still using dangerous pesticides in the United States, that they use one pesticide, glyphosate, which is called Roundup, that is illegal in Europe for a reason, because it kills not just a weed killer or whatever, bug killer. It is a killer for all life, okay? And people have died from it, and people have gotten those terminal illnesses from it. And particularly, now I have to mention it. I hate mentioning these words. I have OCD with those. But they found out that testicular cancer and breast cancer in particular, these two, they have exponentialized since the 1950s. They have become 400% as deadly and traveling across the whole planet and affecting like a whole lot of all kinds of populations, all populations worldwide. Okay. So a rate increase of over 400% in these two deadly terminal illnesses. Okay. So that says it right there. And if that's not enough of a wake-up call, then I don't know what is. Okay. So again, I say it again and again and again. You must question the government, corporations, industries, religions, peer groups, talk radio. They are owned by the corporate agenda. The corporate agenda is industries that are doing corporate hand washing. They work for each other. One corruption ties in to pave the way for the other in a corrupt way, in a detrimental way. Okay, so, and their only goal is this plays into our cards financially. They don't think about the consequences of what it does to animals and humans. Okay, what it does in the near future and in the far future. So back around 1900, people, visionaries like Rudolf Steiner, they foresaw these in the distant future, and he warned people. They didn't listen. Now it's not the distant future anymore. Now people are doing it, and they are affected now with these serious health problems. People are affected by this because they are eating depleted food from depleted topsoil, and they are bombarded with petrochemical derivatives and very, very synthetically created chemicals and pesticides that are absolutely killer for animals and humans, and they need to be banned. But they're not banned because the corporate agenda has made it into politics and is manipulating the public, because of course, they manipulate the public into voting for them, and the public will vote for them against their own bodies, against their own well-being. Okay. Because a talk radio, whatever show told them to. That's why I keep on repeating it. You must question these things. This is not some kind of conspiracy theory. This is actually happening. This is greed. Okay. I'm not even going to call it conspiracy. It is a greed conglomeration. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, let's call it by its actual name. It's a greed machine, and as Rockefeller said, when everyone has their price, okay, so then people will be part of that greed machine, and they will make their own world, their own food resources, everything they'll pull into the drain. Okay, with this. This is real serious. This is so infinitely serious. You have absolutely no idea. Okay, so that's why Paul and I and our baby dog, we are moving out to the desert. We're getting a greenhouse. We're getting 2 greenhouses, one for him and the baby dog, and one for me, and I'm going to get my own dog to live with. So we have to have 2 separate dwellings. It's very important. We go on each other's nerves, but we care about each other. We're family. That will never stop. Okay, we'll always be family. We'll always be loving each other, and we're going to be living off-grid and completely sustainably. And we already have been doing full-scale composting okay, with composting toilets and every bio-waste material. Every bio-waste goes into outdoor large composting containers that have holes in them. We drilled the holes, Paul drilled the holes into those so that the scavenger animals can get in and turn this compost into fertile earth soil. Okay? And it is very, very important. Okay? Never, ever, ever kill a worm or a moss. These are very vitally important agents on this planet. They make this planet fertile and healthy. Okay, so I'm gonna talk more about it. It's getting cold right now, so peace and love for all living beings.